Hi there, back again, and we are going to plant a jalapeno pepper. So I like a little bit of spice. The jalapeno is actually not a crazy spicy pepper, but they're really excellent in salsas, and they're a pepper that I can get away with putting in things my family will still eat. I'll have some hotter peppers going in as well that will be more to my taste. So the jalapeno, I'm going to grow it again in a planter. I prefer growing my peppers in planters. I have more control, fewer pests, so I do like doing it that way. I've already prepared this pot with some nice fresh potting soil with fertilizer built in, the Miracle-Gro enhanced potting soil. I made a little depression in the middle just with my hands, and as always you're going to hold close to the, ooh, this one is just coming right apart. So you can see all the lovely roots here. Again, this is from my neighbor, and I've had jalapenos and ghost peppers and things from him before, and they're always, again, really good. So much like a tomato, everything I want to say, you don't have to worry about the roots. They can just, they're going to find their own way in the soil. Much like a tomato, we're going to want to plant over the level of the bottom couple sets of leaves, and that'll again make for a hardier plant where those leaves are. Roots are going to come out into the soil and add stability, add an extra set of roots that are going to take up nutrients and water from the soil. So we're going to shove this guy down in here. The jalapeno probably won't need any support. It won't get terribly big, but if I see it needing some later in the season, I'll put a stick in next to it and tie her on. And just press the soil down around. One thing to think about when you're planting peppers, especially if you have a mix of hot and sweet peppers, they can cross-pollinate. So if you have your sweet bell peppers too close to your hot peppers and the birds and the bees cross-pollinate them, you may end up with fairly non-spicy peppers. So try to keep them separate in the garden, or plant just one type of season. But you want to make sure that your heat and your sweet are far away so that you don't lose that heat in these guys, and that tends to be what happens, not that the sweet ones get hot. Nothing very special, like, they're very special, I love them, but they're fairly easy to take care for. Just remember to keep them watered. They're in a container. That's the one drawback of the container, is that you are going to have to do some extra work because they will dry out more quickly, but you're not going to get the weeds and you're not going to get the same level of pests. So it's a great little way to do it. And then you can have this in a small space. This is a great balcony plant. If you like a little bit of heat in your meals, you like to make salsa, you get a nice planter with a couple of tomato plants, planter with some jalapenos, and you're ready to go. Salsa. Pull off some of these down at the bottom because we don't need these. It's not as dire as with the tomato plants, but you don't. You do want to focus on the top. I'll show you actually. I'm not really going. You can see where the flowers are already starting to come out at the top. So we've got some peppers ready to go, and hopefully we'll see the flowers soon, and then the peppers will start to grow in a couple of weeks. And once they grow, they get to about that size, an inch to 2 inches. That's when they're in nice heat, and pick them and enjoy, and they'll keep producing for the rest of the season until it gets cold. All right, thanks very much. Let me know if you have any pepper questions, or if you want to talk about your experiences with pepper growing. Leave a comment below and we'll get back to you. Okay, take care. See you again.